big hypey mood right now. Why? Wife and boyfriend subbing for 40 plus months. Apparently I got 10 years of happiness. Hi, wife from the other side. I must have reloaded 1,000 times. Okay, uh, here's what we'll do. Here is what we'll do. Other Adele lyrics. There! We got a little Froggy hype train. It's tiny, but it's worthwhile. Ah. Are y'all ready for Creature? It's Creature time. It's one more creature officially for the year. Any others will be honorary. Creature theater. Indeed, perhaps. Also, it just occurred to me that anytime I had to spin the wheel and I turned off my BGM, I forgot that I split my browser, I split the audio from browsers to be its own channel, and I never fucking I never unmuted that channel. So y'all, I've been depriving you of the proper sound effects. Oops. Well, hopefully this will be no more. I say hopefully because I'm working off of 2 different browser windows right now. But yeah, we have one more creature. I also have prompts set for a creature to draw off stream, but that's going to be a surprise. And we're not going to dedicate our time to doing it. Not right now. Will it be a chronomatic, non-Euclidean dexapedal llama? Maybe. Just maybe. Okay. The only way we can find out is if we spin! Okay, good. It's tracking the audio. Waterfowl! I get to draw a duck, or a goose, or swan. Also, I forgot to turn off the BGM. If I'm not forgetting one thing, I'm always forgetting another. Yeah, this time I think I'm gonna go with a duck. A duck is pretty straightforward. Ducky. Ducky duck. A duck-duck-goose hybrid that's constantly chasing its own tail. Let's see. Body type. Ooh. Asymmetrical. Okay. Okay. This is fine. We did asymmetrical once with the with a ceratopsian, but we can do it again. A duck is less artistically demanding, I think. Okay. Then we determine where it lives. Grasslands. Let's try again. I don't want it to be ending up too close to the ceratopsian. Let's try one more time. Oceans? Okay. At least that would make sense. Oceans. Ah. Okay, style. What'll it be? This will determine everything. Ooh. Cutesy! Nice. It's gonna be a little adorable little ducky. Da 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 da. Da. Handwriting. Cutesy. And then special traits. Special traits times 3. Strong smell. Interesting. It'll have, like, inflared nostrils to smell to smell the salty sea breeze. What? Strong smeller. Okay, another time. Supersonic roars. I'm actually gonna try again on this one because one of the off-stream ones I did got supersonic roars already. Very recently. Camouflage? Interesting. Camouflage. So it'll probably have like similar colors as like a shark. Like very blue on top and lighter on the bottom. Ducks so quack they break windows. It's Duck Unlimited, the duck. One more time. Levitation? Nah, that's... no. Let's try again. Avoiding the ceratopsian allegations. Echolocation. No. No. That also... That was also the ceratopsian, now that I remember. Come on. No! Come on! We did these already! Let's do something new. Newer. Scavenging. Okay. Alright. That's acceptable. So, it might shift through shallow waters. For various old dead ocean creature detritus. Duck Unlimited. He's been raising humans as hunters so he can finally hunt the most dangerous game of all. Okay. In all honesty, I might take that as the name. Duck Unlimited. We have our prompt. Our promptus. We have duck, asymmetrical, oceans, cutesy style, with strong smell, camouflage, and that does scavenging. Okay. This is very good. I like this. And cue the tunes! Turn it up just a smidge. It's the post-apocalypse. Cassandra has finally rescued her best friend from the imposter who rewrote reality, but little did they know their biggest challenge was still coming. The one who led the revolution that never ended. We all thought it was man, but we were wrong. It was Ducks Unlimited. The real lore. Okay. Look into your eyes, here I am. Go ahead and strike if you can. I'm the only Oni in a ring of fire. If you're not afraid, here I am. Yeah, I already know, like, the general shapes I need. Look into your eyes, here I am. Go ahead and strike if you can. I'm the only Oni in a ring of fire. If you're not afraid, here I am. Nah, I'll leave the nostril off. It conflicts with the art style. As far as asymmetry goes, I think what I'll do I think one facet is, like, you know, you would think it would determine, like, the number of limbs or something, but this is not the only option. So cute! So what I'm thinking I might do... I think I might be able to draw 2 of them, just because so far it's turning out to be so simple. Cassandra 2, Ducks Ground War. Hang on. This baby needs to be rounder. I am seeking round. Actually, I know, firstly, it wasn't my first idea for the asymmetry. My first idea was multiple wings. So biblically accurate duck, biblically accurate angel is teaching but has a lot of wings. Yeah. And then the other idea I had. An idea. Just one foot that's much bigger for no reason. Ooh, Kurumi. Okay. Hmm. Actually, I'm gonna add one more wing. 3 on one side. No practicality whatsoever, but they're there. We're not here for practicality, it seems. Okay. Oops! Oh dear. I have made an error in the layer. You are supposed to go in the top layer here for precisely what I was trying to avoid there. There we go. Duck. For some reason, this music makes me think you'd enjoy Avengers soundtrack, an anime called Avengers. I'm not familiar, but maybe. Admittedly, like, I tend to be allured to, like, dubstep, or Eurobeat? Eurobeat. Not dubstep, Eurobeat, arrangements. Kurumi's one of my favorite PC-98s. Ooh, crazy dancers. Oh, wait. I forgot the little tuft. Round this up a bit. Round. More round. I always like songs that are like upbeat but also kind of eerie. It's like, you know, you could easily dance along, but I'm too busy being in danger right now. cookware! You're just in time for ducks! Yay, cakey! My art stat is receiving a buff! Who doesn't love a good duck? Peace. Yeah, we got a duck with an asymmetrical set of wings. Biblically quaccurate. Okay, that's the wings, and then we still need to do the feet. show. And then the conspicuously large foot. Not quite large enough. Creature! Yeah, feet ass. Love this thing so much. I love it too. Yeah, for our prompts we got duck, asymmetrical, they live in the oceans. I have to draw them all cutesy like this. They have a strong smell, hence the big bulby bits. Camouflage, which if they live in the ocean, that probably gives them like shark coloring. And they do some scavenging every so often. What the sneef? I'm snorfing here. Okay. And then... I love them! Okay. Colorin'. Oh, is that a wild cutie? Strong smell? Yeah. Hello, Binky. The little bulbous bits on their bills are for the sneefin'. For the sake of maintaining the art style and the cutesiness, I am not including the nostrils. You'll have to insert them with your mind's eye. Okay. First things first. Gotta... Up. Here we go. Their little eye shines glowing in the dark. Alright. So I guess we're looking for bluer tones. Bluey. Baba Bluey. We don't want those death holes. What if we don't got one of those? My cat is screaming so much right now. They want to chase the burbs. Kill and murderize real good. Such a peculiar combo for character themes. Miko and Waka. A Taoist saint and a mermaid. That effectively have nothing to do with each other. Mermaids make you immortal if you eat their flesh, and the path of the Tao is in search of immortality, so yeah, they're related. Huh. Touché. Hashtag myth and religion lore. Hashtag let's go. Hashtag get good scrub. Hashtag I have no idea if that was intended or not by Toho. Considering they both appear in 2 different games, probably not. Angie Mama. Junko, let's go. Okay. We can leave the little tuft, the light blue. So cute. I'm having fun. We can start experimenting with the patterns a little bit more once all the bases are covered. Oh, I think this is Yuka. But based on lore, pretty much anything can be related if there's enough of it. See, Simpsons did it first, or Simpsons predictions. Duck Unlimited, the camo duck with a shotgun meets Leviathan, the biblically accurate duck. There's no such thing as a peaceful and beautiful death. Proceeds to get hit by truck harder than I've ever seen. Excellent. God, that just reminds me, last night I was actually catching up on the Toho mangas. Or like the latest chapters in the current mangas. And y'all, did you know that it is now canon that fucking cryptocurrency exists in Gensokyo? Considering Zune's stance on the matter, you know, obviously it's framed as like really shifty and mysterious, like, oh, part of the lore is that, you know, Gensokyo is a place where imaginary things become physically real. They become manifest. And so, one day, human villagers are just being visited by a random stranger, just going around and being like, "Hey, take these coins. I don't need them." They look in the coins and they're fucking genuine. You know, they're made of gold and they're sparkly. The material is all right, and it turns out they're fucking bitcoins. You know, and the protagonists are like, okay, clearly if this is real money and the person giving them out is, you know, not wanting to keep them, like, something's up here. And so they're going to investigate. And I thought that was really amusing. That's incredible. Isn't one of the MCs a money god? Not really? Insane world building. A world where the imagination becomes real. I'm sorry for the RNG section of that world. Take these coins. They have a picture of a very small Shiba Inu on them. I'm gonna give them big white cheeks. Wait, is crypto the modern equivalent of ancient cursed coins? Here, take all my coins, they're free. At this rate, it seems like it. It's funny that you mention a money god, though, because literally, the one who's discovered to be handing them all out is a pestilence goddess who is all about, you know, the rich, high-class life. But the thing is, she's notorious for, you know, using underhanded, you know, get-rich-quick sorts of schemes to, you know, fuck over everyone else. So, you know, honestly, it tracks. Go, my Bitcoin plague! Still, it was a wild development. Fucking crypto is real in Gensokyo. Maybe I'll give them like pseudo lavender beaks. Oh, right. One of the panels in the comic was like, the goddess was trying to explain to the random villager, you know, where the money came from, and they didn't understand any of what she was saying or talking about. It's just like, hey, the outside world has discovered these things called NFTs and blockchains. And, you know, because Gensokyo is locked into like a uh, pre-industrial technological period, um, the closest thing that the villager can think of when he hears blockchain is just this giant woman wielding a cinder block and flinging it around in chains. I can see a really funny comic of like a Greek god being like, yeah, I was the one responsible for crypto. I just handed them out as cursed objects as a joke, and they took off on their own. What can I say? Humans fuck themselves harder than any of us can plan for. You should have seen Ares during the World Wars. He was on vacation and humans did all that on their own. The Dutch tulip mania? I am also unfamiliar. Please educate. Okay. So we can merge those layers. Actually, not just yet. Yeah, Dormy! I love Dormy. She's so dorm. Yeah. Yeah, I like this. God, now I'm just thinking about, like, the fact, like, the idea that the Greek Olympians and all the Greco-Roman gods have been real the entire time, but they're all on retirement. It's like, yeah, we've caused enough trouble. We we got our fill. Basically speculation on the tulip market always becoming more and more valuable, with people selling each other promises of more and more value of tulips. It works just as well as crypto now. Believe it or not, there's only a finite amount of the Netherlands. So GameStop but tulips, and just as dumb but rich people. I'll adopt that into my religious beliefs. I mean, feasibly, it's only through religion where the idea of infinite growth is actually, you know, tangible. Raiko! God. Um, One thing I also did last night was listen to... There's a YouTube channel, of a guy who does remasters? It's like a blend between remastering and arranging Toho themes, and he sets them all in a form of a medley according to the games. So the idea is like, you know, by listening to the music all in one go, you can feel like you just experienced the games, because he's that dedicated to you know, making them sound good, and they do sound good. And at one point I got to Toho 14, and towards the end it was Raiko's theme because she's the extra boss, and God, it was heavenly. It was heavenly, just the sheer raw power that exuded it right at its finale. Daigo drums are really cool, y'all. They add so much. Or they can add so much. The Greek-Roman gods aren't on retirement because they've had their full, but because humanity became so crazy, they take in the prayers of aspects without any temples. All that sex, violence, abstinence, motherhood industry, it's so much they just relax now. Turns out I can get bored enough to phone it in. Who knew? Turns out as I get older, I learned to keep it in my pants. Helped that Hera found Kronos' scythe and cut my dick off just like my grandpappy. Except instead of Aphrodite, it created a god of anime that washed up on the shores of some land called Japan. Probably nothing to worry about. This is the Neo mythos we need. Okay. Yeah, okay. I think we're ready to move on to the second duck. Whoops! Wrong layer! Also, I'm gonna merge all these layers for the first duck's sake. Actually, no. Not the lavender layer. Not just yet. Yeah. Oh, it's Zanmu. Zanmu's theme. I love Zanmu. Oh god! So much lavender! Spilling all the lavender! Okay. I guess I gotta fix this. Oops. Actually, here's what I'll do. I will also cut and paste this lavender so I can merge these lavenders to the first duck. There we go. Okay. Need to give it more space, more negative space. Maybe not quite that much. Shorten up a little bit. Later than I thought I would be, but I made it here nonetheless. Hi, AC. Hello, absconds! Hades in a boardroom with Lucifer, Hela, or Lucifer, Hell, and other underworld gods. So how do we get the humans to stop blaming us for their sins? We've long since retired. Heck, Lucy, the most you've done these days is model for a living, and that was like 600 years ago. Lucifer speaks up. Actually, these days, I show up to teen girls in their bedrooms and do PSAs about their bodies, puberty, and body positivity. Satan is my sugar mama for a reason. Trying to get down to Satanism. I'm like, I'm retired. Stop summoning me. I've been planning a little bit about a TTRPG game I hope to run eventually. If you were curious about what held me up so long, I'm still doing so, but now I have a friend streaming on the side to go with. Nice! I'm happy to bestow my Froggy vibes. And this duck. Such a fun little song. Sakuya! Everybody's favorite maid. Time stopping, knife throwing, mess cleaning. The vibes are immaculate, thank you. Okay, the underside of the wings. Let's see what I can manage here. can never go wrong with Akatsuki Records. Oh, it's Rumia. Eh, not really feeling this one. Yeah, Kuishi! Okay. I'm gonna modify these little bits. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Never mind. Ah. Western time. Oh yeah, Zach, I noticed in Annie's server, you finished reading No Country for, or, uh, no, No Country for Old Men, yeah. uh, I haven't read it yet, but I'm excited to take a look after after stream. Okay. Okay. All that's left is the chicas and the breastus. So normal about that book. So good. You mentioning No Country with like a sleeper agent for my autism. Oh, I understand. Do I understand? It mostly just crossed my mind because, you know, I was thinking like, oh, Western country, no country. Okay, and then these are the Duck's ultimate, reminding all the trans masks in the audience to take your tea. I don't know all the riffs. Sad. Hi Zuri, thank you for the trifecta. The coloration is really starting to remind me of the F2. Interesting. I don't know a whole lot about fighter jets, but I think the only one I know by heart is the F-22 Raptor, which I'm sure that's one of the ones that, like, if anybody is to know about fighter jets, that's like one of the most common ones. Let me take a look. Oh yeah. Yes, certainly. Did someone say fighter jet? I know nothing about fighter jets. Me. Twin! Shit's got me saying horses every time we drive by horses. I haven't had a chance to read the book or see the movie, but I'm definitely gonna do one of the two, perhaps both, at some point. Or at least I hope to. Okay. I reckon the color is all good. God, I love these ducks. My absolute favorite creatures this week. Okay. Now I gotta draw them, like all like ocean wawa and stuff. But I do love people who know a fuck ton about things they love. Hell yeah. We are pro info dumping on this channel about the things you love. Just going to go back to Ace Combat on my second monitor. For example, there's his YouTube channel that talks about defense against subsonic and hypersonic missiles and the best methods available. I know nothing, but they know a ton, and it's fun to watch their passion. It's how I become super knowledgeable about horror movies and comics, even though I hate horror and haven't read any comic. I also enjoy horror, although we are different in that I am plenty willing to consume it. Should have done this in the first place. Overlay? No. Multiply? Addition? No. Burn. Divide? No. I'm still trying to get a handle on some of these filters. But now it looks like Looks like I would just be best to do something like this and leave it. Maybe I'll add a bit more verticality. Like, did you know that the Punisher has a machine which just hits him with bats? It's not so he becomes resistant, don't be ridiculous. It's so that when a thug hits him with a bat, then he can just not react and turn to face them and scare the shit out of them. Power move. I know someone who is remarkably knowledgeable about planes and tanks, and I think even firearms. Like, it's unreal how much she knows about those sorts of things, borders on encyclopedic. I think my dad is sort of a similar way with, like, hunting guns. Not so much, military grade, but, you know. It's mostly because he's, you know, a hunter, too. So, it's the kind of knowledge that you kind of have to have. See, I don't have that, but I do have enough knowledge in just about any subject that I can talk about anything to anybody. Like, I don't know fighter jets, but the Mirage M1 Blackbirds is such a beauty. I feel like that's one I might have seen in passing. Sounds vaguely familiar. The SR-71 Blackbird. It's the one, see, close enough. The Mirage 2000 is a French multi-role fighter. Probably mixing up the fighter jets used in, I think, India and the SR-71. The Mirages I read about in a Jack Higgins novel, and the Blackbird is from Helsing. See, but that's enough to get the conversation started with cookware about fighter jets and how cool the idea of a high-altitude place would be, like hypersonic plane that skimmed the Earth's atmosphere. Altitude plane. High supersonic is already very cool. That looks better. Okay. Ooh. What if, to illustrate the scavenger point, in this duck's mouth, holding on to a little wishbone. Hang on. Yeah. I like this. I like this much. Yay! Larva's back! Just like the idea of the Mandela effect. If you say something wrong, someone will come along and correct it even though you've just forgot the name. Yeah. Hypersonic is... well, it's a lot harder and you start getting much less plane-like. It becomes more of a cone that's hard and has big explosion at the back. Oh wait, that's a middle. Whole bunch of jibber jabbering about planes and super hypersonic vehicular structures. We love this. Okay. Now, I'll keep it at this width. Okay. I save this as Duck Unlimited. Wait, ducks, plural. Okay. Kinda got that done a lot faster than expected. Ow, ow, ow. Briefly checking Discord. Let me think. Now that the Ducks are Unlimited are finished, I think I'm willing to at least provide a little sneaky peeky at the off-screen creature that I intend to do. It is a primate that is quadrupedal, that also lives in oceans, except now it's creepy. It hibernates, has the ability to plane shift, and it's solitary. I have a vision, but I will not express this vision tonight. Instead, we will see what I can get away with in drawing a second creature. So, brand spanking new canvas. Da da da. Evil sea monkey time. We are making a horrid beast. Or so you would think. I'm gonna keep it to off stream because I want it to be a surprise. Thus the conversation continued, and I've gotten away with talking about anything on any subject. Gonna briefly pause so that way I can bring back the wheel. I'm gonna let it just idly spin for a moment, then turn the browser audio back on. And oh wait, I need to put in the brackets, or the whatever these are called, the greater than symbols. Da, da, da. Da, da. Da, da. Da, da. Alright. Time for the prompts. There's no subject so obscure that as long as the other person is knowledgeable in the topic, I could get away with chatting about it. You are very powerful for that, RNG. We commend you. Okay, beast! What is beast? Fred Lizard! Fun. An absolute lizard. What? Da 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 da. Frilled lizard. Okay. Next wheel. Body. Body. Bipedal. Interesting. This doesn't necessarily limit myself from giving it, like, arms or something. It just has to walk on 2 legs. Which, honestly, considering frilled lizards in real life, that's not too far-fetched. They kind of do that already. Beast will be cow, but like, holy cow. Cow Pope. Frilled lizard, hell yeah! It's the dinosaur Jurassic Park lied about and started a theory that made the dinosaurs from scratch for military purposes, not for an old man in his theme park. God. Okay. Bipedal. Where does it live? We must know. We're ever so curious. In the mountains? Okay. Okay, I can do this. I did get, or like, it was the mountains that I got for the most recent off-stream creature, which I forgot. I can quickly show off once we get all the prompts. It lives at my house. Bipedal in ocean would make no sense, but I'm curious. Oh, would it be like a like a basilisk lizard? Just forever running across the water. Okay, what kind of style? Cutesy! We just did cutesy! But maybe I could do it again. Considering the next off-stream one, the ocean primate is gonna be creepy. I think this will balance it out, perhaps. Cutesy? Ocean primate. Makes me think of that song, Ocean Man! Mountain frilled lizard. Goat lizard that uses frills to be an umbrella and catch updrafts to fly to higher points. That's kind of awesome, actually. Okay. Traits. Behaviors. Gimme, 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 gimme. Oh no! Here we go. Bright colors as a measure of self-defense to warn predators away. Like a dart frog. It's also really funny considering where it lives. But I suppose it would just make it stand out more. It's undead! Frilled zombie lizard! It's fucking undead! Undead with bright colors, what a mix. And it's cutesy, too! And it can terraform?! Holy shit. This is a powerful lizard. God, now I just want to, like, see, like, what a frilled lizard's skeleton looks like. Wild creature, dead. Dreadful cool lizard. This is so... This beast lives in mountains that it made. This actually could fit in a region of my D&D setting. That's the fun thing about FEBESTIARY. Like, sometimes you get spec evo, or otherwise you could get wild, fantastical creatures like this. This is all by design. I know at one point, last year, in last year's FEBESTIARY, I ended up making a flying undead island sloth. And it actually inspired me to actually make a stat block. Okay. Yeah, let me look up. Because I don't think the frill, like, really has much in terms of skeleton. Or, like, bone structure. Skeleton. Nope. Nope, the frill is all frill. Oh, this looks kind of cool from the top angle, though. Or at least the skull does. Undead bipedal frilled lizards that is colorful and cute and terraforms. I'm just picturing this lizard with a cane roaming the mountains as the death of animals. It has a long white beard with eyes of blazing fire. Its cloak is actually its frills. When hugging its body, it looks like death came to take you away. But when it unfurls, it becomes a being of life, shining like the trees and flowers blooming of the rugged hills. I love this so much! God! Okay. Music? So I do know, you know, you can do, like, it's not impossible to do, like, cutesy little skulls. You know, that's simple enough, but, like, what about a lizard skull? I am a good idea man, but don't have the hand to back up whatever my mind comes up with. But then again, I throw everything at the wall and they don't all stick. It's a mood. Yeah, this is kind of cute. Didn't imagine I would get it this quickly, but here we are. Oh, and then maybe I can add, like, just a little mouse. Little mouth. Oh, I love this arrange. also just imagined a giant lizard that's frills are actually the mountains. Oh! As it sleeps, its bright spots of trees and shrubs cover its body. But underneath the earth is actually an undead being that, when it wakes and moves the whole mountain range, changes since if it's an adult, it's the size of a mountain range, and the young undead are the size of only a single mountain. Whoa! Who knew such a colorful dead little lizard could be such a catalyst for for creativity? Okay. Body. Here's what I could do. Oh, and maybe like little bones where its forelimbs used to be. So they're effectively vestigial and useless. Ooh! Let's turn this up a bit. Speaking of undead, Queen of the Netherworld coming in. My bones! And then... This arrangement is far too epic and grand scale for this creature. Such a tonal dissonance. Oh, I love this arrange. It's so pretty. Actually, what if I did a little... Then segment it off like a despite spinal column. Because, I mean, that's what tails are. Usually. Right now it just looks like a rat tail. But I'll fix that. Yeah, and then the tail end probably doesn't need any. Firewood, then drums time for me. Oh yeah! I need to take my drums! Oopies! Tail, yeah! Hi, Binky! I ended up finishing up the ducks before stream was done, so I got my second prompt, which is a frilled lizard, bipedal, lives in mountains. I draw it cutesy style. It has bright colors, it's undead, and it has terraforming powers. And then I might add like little holes here and there in the frill. Readjusting my posture, mostly my legs. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I have an idea to express the terraforming. also, I need to do the colors first. Getting ahead of myself. I could do the bones first. Hi, Yukari! And now for all the little spinal nubs. Ooh. I have a little idea. If we're working on fantastical themes anyway. What if, in accordance to the bright colors, just little spots along the column in rainbow order. Yeah! Just realized an undead bipedal terraforming lizard could have been a human-like gentleman lizard with a top hat and cane, and the lizard industrial revolution behind him dug into a mountain. In a more roundabout way, I suppose. Sweet. Yes. Yes. Good shit. Hikatia! Oh, and then I have another idea. The skull can be a sort of... can be sort of a goldish color. Okay. And then this way it can look vaguely like a kind of flower. And the main body. Almost kind of a dirty blonde sort of tone. Rainbow Bones looking so swag, yeah. I'm quite happy with it. Oh, this is another Yuko one. Although I might skip this one. I think it has a copyright notice. Cool! Junko again! Always loved Junko. And then you could have little stripy legs. Very good. I feel like the frill definitely needs to be more decorative. We could splash some hot pink in there. Those two. Not quite. Yes. Hi, Aya. Wait, it should be its own layer. And this is also a good way for me to identify gaps in my coloring. Little oversights that could threaten to make my look more sloppy. Okay, I've had a bit of, like, I'm a bit epic orchestra'd out. Nah. Yes! Hecka time! fabuful. Okay. And then, flashbang warning. For the terraforming, I was thinking nothing too major, but something like this, and then this would be like a river. River being built up from and carved out from the tail. Maybe this should like open up to like a bit more of an open groove there. Okay, so then hi Bjorkren. Actually, it might be. Is it? Nope, it's just Byakurin. I was wondering if it was the Byakurin Miko combo. little bit of the stage theme there. It's always welcome. Oh, wait. I can't forget this thing lives in the mountains. So, what I'll do... What I will do... It's a bit cheaty, but... Just a mountain in the background. I mean, rivers start from the mountains anyway. Oh boy, it's more Junko, and it's one of my favorites. Tears, your fury inspired absence of fear. Let everything die, perish to light, over the kingdom come, but all be done. Heat beyond open flames, beyond raging waves, no one to reason me. All the stars and the moon under my feet. Fuck yeah. Ash to ash, fade away. Dust to dust, fly away. I dream of a love stolen from me. Someone knowing my expressions and free. How did you escape? Where will you go? If I am the wrath, I am the pure. hard on this little background here. Never intended to. But I just like this idea. Lux Eterna, endless suffering, eternal requiem. Dies irae calamitatis et miseria. Lux Eterna, endless pain, eternal requiem. Into my heart, thirsty for blood, see when a happy comes it all for love. Sing dissonant hymns, laments of death, sing of forgotten dreams, melodies of the dead, feed my revenge. I wish there was a karaoke or like instrumental version of that song. Oh hey! The theme of the pestilence goddess. Well, goddesses. They're a twin pair. One takes and the other gives back, except one takes all your money and the other gives you poverty. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of all these little wavies. That's gonna be something I'll do afterward when I color. this is a goofy-looking muffin. Hello, hello. Welcome, Raiders. I am Issy. I am a magic froggy. And I actually, if you tuned into, Soul's debut stream last night, you might know me as the one who helped design all of their masks. So yeah, that's our connection. I am drawing, well, I was drawing a creature, but then I finished up and now I'm finishing the background dealio. And jamming out to Toho arrangements. Solaris is a goofy-looking muffin. Apparently, I am, according to Jeff. But yeah, welcome, welcome. What did you get up to for your stream? I hope you had a fun time. And if you need to seek some after-stream care, feel free. Admittedly, part of me was, like, half wondering, like, because I know you were gonna stream tonight, and I was wondering, like, I wonder, who's gonna beat who to the raid, if indeed they pick to raid me. Which I am honored. 2 hours of chatting, then 2 hours of a weird, surreal game. Right up your alley, then. Yeah, so this is the creature we drew. The whole deal with the creatures I've been drawing all month is a little thing I call FEBESTIARY, because, you know, February, Feb Beast. Yeah. The idea is I have several spinning wheels that pick out a myriad of prompts, depending on, like, what type of animal, what kind of body type they have, where they live, what style I have to draw them in, and then 3 traits. So for this one I got a frilled lizard, stands on 2 legs, lives in the mountains, and I have to draw it all cutie, or as cutie as I could make it, because it got undead for one of its traits. Bright colors, terraforming, which is what I'm working on right now. PNG and voice too. Thank you! I worked very hard on my model. Yeah. I could leave the line art like this. In which case, I will lock this the fuck in, put in some coolers, and then we can probably call it a stream. A particular autistic tick of mine is to hum along to any kind of song that's either in my head or that I'm listening to. So strap the fuck in, because I'm not about to stop now. Question, have you ever? Perhaps. I'll have to consult my lawyer before I answer anything concretely. I think this is probably the favorite, or my favorite tune from the third game. Strawberry Panic would probably be my second. For the record, my beverage of choice tonight is caramel macchiato coffee. I love my coffee. Love me the cough. How long is this range? Oh, it goes the full 10 minutes. Okay, we'll skip that. He saw me! One more. One more right there. And then we could finally feel comfortable with filling in all this soil. Let's see now. More Junko! Oh, wait. I'm gonna... Cut. Paste. There we are. this little crevice in here. There we go. Okay. And done. At long last. Mountain. Werewolf! We're all done. BRB again, piss time. Fine time to go piss, larva! Piossi time. We are the piss posse. And at this rate, my consumption of coffee will probably make me have to piss as well in due time. Let me see here. Well, we're all done with the Lizard. What do I call this thing? I think... I'll just call it a Terrafrill. Yeah. Back from Piz. Welcome back to the Piss Posse. Looking so swag. Thank you, I love this little lizard. Little pseudo-floral looking head, rainbow tailbones, little bone arms. Carving out a river with a tail. Okay. I like that song, but we are in the midst of wrapping up. It's getting a bit later. Terrafrill, yeah. I have saved it, so now it is within my files, it is on record. I suppose the only thing left to do is to show off the one creature I did off stream. I know Larva has seen this one already, because I posted it in Annie's server. This one I just called the Sora person. I got a sauropod. It's also bipedal. It also lives in the mountains. But I got a sketchy style, which was interesting. Just a little thing I gotta do before I close everything down. It has supersonic roars, it has sharp spines, and it is sapient, which is why it's a Soro person. Holding a sticky, big walking stick. Sketchy was an interesting style for me, because as you can see, I tried to do the whole, like, initial, like, shape building, trying to structure everything out, but that's just something I'm not used to doing, because I just don't need to do it. I can effectively pull the image from my mind, from my mind's eye, onto the canvas. So this was a fun, interesting exploration. Try to, like, do it first with basic shapes. You can see, like, kind of the baseline of where the neck is, and then I added the spare, like, little skin flap underneath. I had the idea of giving it, like, sort of a bulbous nasal passage, because that's typical of any species that's that lives high up in, like, colder and oxygen deprived habitats. Well, not oxygen deprived, but, like, not as much oxygen, so, like, a bigger airway intake, bigger schnoz. Sora person. That's so wrong. What's your issue, RNG? Lurking over what's good? I just finished up my Terrafrill right here. So now I'm showing off the one I did off stream that I posted in Annie's server. And of course, there's the casual reminder, there's one more I intend to do off stream. The creepy ocean primate. And I will try my best to make it creepy. To counteract the double cutesy that I got this stream. Supersonic roars, that's... I think it's ideal, you know, both for the size as well as, the environment. Literally communicates through yodeling. The Sorrow dude, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, that's really about it. That's all I have for tonight. So next week... Wait, no. I'm streaming tomorrow night. Right. Yeah, tomorrow, I think I'm definitely leaning the most towards beginning Monster Hunter World. Starting over, but I think I already played through the base game. Pretty much through its whole entirety. I think with the only exception of like some of the raid monsters. Which Larva, by the way, if you like Spec Evo, look into Monster Hunter if you haven't already. It's so good, it's so interesting. You have a little. Dig deeper. It looks cool. It is cool. And like, things like ecology and biology actually play like a heavy part in a lot of like the designs and the behavior of all the different monsters in the game. There are some exceptions, like the cave-dwelling tapeworm dragon. Well, technically, there's actually, like... There's kind of two different monsters that fit that bill. You know, Kezu is probably the one you're thinking of, but then there's also Giganox, which is not so much a tapeworm, but... it has a whole deal where, like, it is also very worm-like and lives in caves, and it's poisonous, and it has, like, a maw, and it is hyper-fecund, so it, like, lays, gross, splooge piles full of eggs of its young. And both of its head and its tail also look similar in a way, so like it's easy to confuse which one is which. Wet slop! Yeah, egg slop. But yeah, it's genuinely really cool. Would you be complimented if someone described you as fecund? I think it's one of those terms where, like, it's very neutral. Just because, like, it's usually used in a very, like, what's the word? Kind of like a clinical context. Like, fecundity is just, you know, a species' capacity to bear young at the, like, all at once. So, like, rabbits are very fecund. They will have many babies at once. Whereas human beings are not so fecund. We only typically have one at a time. But that's because we are a K-selective species, as opposed to R-selected. Which just means that we're a type of creature that, you know, that is much more predisposed to care for their young until they are, of maturity to take care of themselves. But I thought you were a frog. I am! I am. It's... It's just, you know, I spend time a lot, like, with a lot of humans. It's easy to sort of, to get into the swing of, like, identifying, I suppose. It's a matter of habit. I'm a fruman. Likewise, our selected creatures are usually like, okay, you're out of the womb and you're on your own. Out of the womb, out of the eggshell, out of the hive. Anywho, Monster Hunter is where I'm leaning tomorrow night. At about the same time, 6 o'clock Central. And hopefully my internet cooperates, because, I think for the most part the game is designed to have, like, a lot of online functionality. I don't have to play multiplayer or anything like that. It's just, you know, there's, like, servers and stuff. Yeehaw! Yeah. And then next Monday I start the final Jak and Daxter game. Jak X Combat Racing. And then for, I suppose, I don't technically have to stream every Thursday anymore. It was only a thing I was experimenting with doing all through February. And so far it seems like it's been a success. I definitely don't feel any more stressed, particularly with the load. But on the other hand, I do enjoy just Thursday being a 50-50 day. I could stream, I could not. It just depends on my mood, what I want to get up to. So we're back, I guess, with the vanilla Monday and Friday. With the occasional Thursday in the docket. In which case, whatever Thursday stream I might be up to may not be art related. It certainly won't be FEBESTIARY related, because February is almost done. We just got one day to go. And it just figures I stream on the last day. Is it next month, February 2? Electric Creaturoo. I know one thing I've been kind of kicking around in my mind. Something I've been wanting to do for a while, but, you know, knowing Twitch, you know, it's not quite as conducive as it used to be. But I was thinking, You know, it kind of reminded me when I was tuning into Soul's debut stream last night, and the latter half was karaoke, and like, I've been wanting to do karaoke for so long, and it's only just recently I managed to grab a few songs that I think would be fun and within my range. But I still need to find so many more. Um, the trouble is that Twitch is very trigger happy when it comes to copyright strikes. So, yes, he concert. I know another one is, like, I know there's a myriad of Toho vocal arranges that I would love to sing if there were instrumental versions to use. So they might just end up being, like, I might have to slap them into Audacity and just make them, like, custom-made off-vocal versions. A MIDI file version of the songs? I don't know if MIDI versions are even available then. It's like you either take the thing as it is and try to work with it, or nothing. Or you do a cappella, which would be suffering. Maybe I could do, like, Lyrica live covers. Because she basically takes the vanilla Toho songs themselves and then just adds lyrics over it. So I could just use the default Toho songs and do that. Maybe. Not quite as exciting, but if nothing else, I will accept that as a viable substitute. But I suppose on that front, there is... I don't want to talk too much about what songs I picked, but I will drop at least one. Because I'm bound to grab so many more that I feel confident I could do. But two of the songs I have lined up are from Avril Lavigne. Yeah. I'm sure it'll be awesome. I hope so. It also makes me think I might have to do, like, some custom visuals. Maybe even do, like, a unique model or something, a PNG, in order to suit the occasion. But who could say? I will think about it, and I will definitely grab more songs in the meantime. A whole stream in sing mode? That's about the closest thing. And I mean, there is a music category for Twitch streams, although I think that's mostly in terms of, like, composing music, which I am not very good at. There was another stream idea I had where I would pull up, like, Anvil Studio or something, like some sort of open source freeware music creation program, and you can all bear witness to how much I struggle to actually create my own music. I've done it before. It's not very good, but I have done it before. But that's enough of me yapping. Enough yapping! Let's get raiding! Hopefully... Oh yeah, the frilled lizard skeleton. I just had it on standby this whole time. Hopefully I will see you all, Lily Pals, tomorrow night as we get after some mound stars. Let's see, who's live right now? Who is the most ideal target? I spy Kuro. I spy Hanachu. Oh, well. Maybe, maybe, perhaps, now that I have a Monster Hunter on the mind, we can go raid It's Anarchy, who is intending to do some Monster Hunter Wilds, which I've also expressed is, you know, since the full version is releasing tomorrow? Question mark? I intend on buying it for myself and streaming it. It might be interesting having to juggle it and Monster Hunter World. But I'll figure that out as we go. Anarchy. Yeah, right now, looks like she's playing Disney Dreamlight Valley before getting into Monster Hunter. Let's do it! Da, 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 da. I will see you all tomorrow night, Lily Pals, as I pick up my excellent insect glaive. Whack monsters in the face for their body parts. But also for science. Yeah, and then Monday is Jack X, and then after that we are full tilt back into, well, not full tilt, because the Mondays are going to be Jack X, but we are just about, we are semi-full tilt back into true variety streaming. Yeah. Well, you have a great time zone, Lily Pals. I believe in you all. Have a great self-care and accomplish your dreams. And all sorts of schmaltzy frog yappies. Oh yeah, Swimmy!